Like if you found the video valuable. Somewhere between the folds of space and memory, there exists a place no one can map. It doesn't appear on any star charts, cannot be reached by engines or wormholes. It is found only by those who have forgotten what they seek. They call it the Archive of Forgotten Worlds. Captain Lena Orin had never meant to find it. Her ship, the Cinderwake, was en route to the trade moons of Caldor when it veered off course during a routine skip jump. The engines glitched, the stars vanished, and suddenly, she was there. Floating in space was a structure too vast to measure, shaped like a helix of ancient stone and metal. It seemed to stretch forever in both directions, humming with energy that didn't belong in the known universe. Her sensors screamed nonsense. Her crew, there were no crew. She was alone. She had always been alone. But hadn't she once flown with someone? The memory was gone. Docking Bay Omega. Lena docked manually. As she entered the archive, air hissed and lights flickered to life, like it had been waiting. She stepped into a vast hall of mirrors, but these mirrors didn't reflect her. They showed other people, other worlds, and other versions of herself. A woman with 6 arms commanding a fleet of golden ships. A version of her, old and blind, seated at a throne of vines. A child, floating in space, eyes glowing with stars. What is this place? Lena whispered. A voice answered, deep and mechanical, but strangely familiar. Welcome, Lena Orin. Designation: Forgotten. The librarian. The voice belonged to a being that shimmered into form. A creature made of light and data, robed in strings of quantum code. I am the librarian, it said. Curator of the archive. You have been selected for retrieval. I didn't choose to come here. You did. When you forgot. Forgot what? The librarian waved an ethereal hand. A book materialized, bound in stardust and bone. Each visitor forgets one truth to enter. Your cost, your past. Lena reached for the book. The title read, The Captain Who Never Was. As her fingers touched it, her mind shattered into fragments. She saw her brother, Elias, a brilliant engineer who died in a crash on Titan. She saw her ship explode, years ago. Her crew gone. She saw herself recreated, reborn from memory, woven back together by grief and refusal to let go. None of it was real. Or maybe it all was. The choice. The librarian watched. The archive stores all things lost, worlds, people, stories, truths. Most choose to forget again. Will you? Lena stood, heart racing. Why would I choose that? Because memory brings pain, and pain brings endings. The archive shifted. Doors appeared. Behind one was a universe where Elias lived. Another led to a reality where she never flew at all. A third showed the Cinderwake full of her crew, alive and laughing. All are yours, the librarian said. But only one can be lived. What happens to the rest? They remain here, forgotten. Lena closed her eyes. She felt a tear fall, then many. She had wandered the stars for years, chasing something she couldn't name. Now she knew why. She wasn't running toward something. She was running from it. The locked room. Lena stepped away from the doors. I don't want a fantasy. The librarian tilted its head. Then you wish to return? To the truth, even if it hurts. Another door appeared, small, rusted, with a single word scratched into its frame. Remember. She stepped through. The return. Lena woke up gasping. She was in a medical pod. Beeping monitors. Faint lights. The air smelled of copper and ozone. A figure stood beside her, gray-haired, eyes wide with disbelief. Lena, the woman said. Lena blinked. Alara? It was her co-pilot, her real one. You've been gone for 2 years, Alara said, tears falling. Your ship vanished. We searched every system. I wasn't in a system, Lena whispered. I was in the archive. Alara didn't understand, but held her hand. Some memories remained broken. Some were restored, but Lena remembered now, not just who she was, but what she was meant to do. A new mission. She rebuilt the Cinderwake, but not to explore, to find others who had lost their way, who chased ghosts and lived in echoes, who traded truth for comfort. The archive still existed. It always would, but now, Lena Orin remembered. And she would help others remember too. Because in a galaxy full of forgotten worlds, someone had to remember us.